try to recall the plot of Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li.
Hey, I did my time, now it's your turn.
A deal was made, and at the time of that deal, my memory of this film is just as fractured as it is now. Nothing has changed.
Alright, so we're gonna put that new rule again. The characters featured in this movie are Chun-Li, M. Bison, Charlie Nash, Balrog, Vega, Gen, and Rose.
Oh god, I think I remember more now that you said that. Okay, this is gonna be a trip. So the story begins with a flashback of tiny baby Chun-Li watching her father be killed by an M. Bison.
No.
No?
That's the game.
Shit. Maybe the film begins with Chun-Li, the super cop.
No.
Oh shit.
That's the game.
Fuck. Chun-Li is training in Kung Fu.
Close enough.
Her adventure is spurred off when her father, a big policeman who was trailing the criminal activity of one Shadow Lu, they catch onto his tail, and M. Bison sends his goons, the Balrog and the Vega, to kill him. And she says, "No, father, I will get revenge on the M. Bison." But first, she needs to find out how to get on M. Bison's trail. Thankfully, she meets Secret Service agent Charlie Nash. And he says, "Hey, me and my team have been tracking Bison for a while now. Maybe you can pitch in." And she's like, "Yes." So part of this means sneaking their way into M. Bison's clandestine criminal empire. Part of this involved some sort of infiltration and a lot of fighting gangs, and a weird part where she has to go to this party and seduce a woman with her feminine wiles.
Oh my god.
Do you remember this?
I remember that part.
What happened?
They had a fight in the bathroom.
They had a fight in the bathroom. Chun-Li's seduction technique proving too powerful, and oh, my bad, M. Bison had kidnapped a little girl named Rose.
Oh, you are so wrong, but keep going.
Okay, and he needs Rose because she is the key to unlocking his power. I don't think they call it psycho power in the movie.
They don't.
Okay. And when M. Bison catches wind of Chun-Li's marvelous exploits, which includes, by the way, the worst spinning bird kick I've ever seen, he decides, all right, it's time to do her in the way I did in her father. Let's send the assassins. So in a poorly lit alleyway, she gets attacked by Vega.
Yeah?
And this is one of the things I actually do remember vividly from the movie, because during the fight, Vega comes at her, the snarling beast that he is. And she removes his mask, and he's this uggo. And Chun-Li says, "No wonder you wear a mask."
Oh, fuck this movie.
Before she kicks him in the face, and then he knocks him out. So
you're forgetting a key character.
What? Right. Somewhere before or after this, she has to train, where she meets her new master, Gen. A handsome young man.
Actually, a very familiar handsome young man.
What? Where would we have seen him before?
Maybe in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, was he Liu Kang?
Yeah, Gen was Robin Shou.
Whoa. Okay, so Chun-Li begins taking lessons from Liu Kang.
I'll allow it.
and he warns her not to fight Bison because he is on the cusp of awakening to his power. So you need to develop your own power. And she's like, "Yeah, I'll think about it." And she sets off to the shipyard.
Yeah,
where
that's right. That's about right.
The final encounter takes place. Charlie decides, "I'm gonna hold off Balrog so you can fight Bison." This involves Charlie running down a narrow corridor until Balrog punches a pipe full of ice that freezes him over, and Charlie Nash shatters him to pieces.
What the? Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
You're actually right.
This Street Fighter movie had a fatality. So, in the middle of the fight against Bison, he's like, "Ha ha ha, Agent Chun-Li, it is too late for you. I have already absorbed the power from Rose, and I will use the power against you." And she's like, "Oh, if only I had something to fight him with." And she remembers Gen's words that he says, "You need to do your own move." So she does, to keep it on brand. the worst Kikoken I've ever seen. And this defeats Bison. I think he blows up, and Charlie Nash comes back, covered in the bits of Balrog, and says, "You did a good job, Chun-Li. I'm glad you could help us find and rescue this girl." And then there's a moment afterwards where she returns to her home and starts reminiscing about her journey and how her father is avenged when Gen says, "Hey, there is this tournament coming up. Would you like to become a Street Fighter?" And that's the plot of Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li.